show it to you. Setlist FM is a famous site that says what songs you played. It's on the site. It said you played that song.
So it's family gathering.
Crazy. Hast du noch einen Details für uns?
You sure you're filming? I'll show it to you. I thought it was very strange.
So careful.
That's getting loud and soon.
Careful.
Okay. I got it. Hello everybody, this is Lucas von Gretsch from the Gretsch Company, and I'm here with Karl Oluf Wennerberg, the drummer from Aha. How you doing, Karl?
Not bad, not bad.
And it's July 21st, and tonight we're getting ready for a big Aha concert in Ballingen, in the middle of the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest in Germany. And some people have already showed up. It looks like we're going to be starting the concert in about 2 hours, but it looks like there's already a crowd forming here.
Hopefully, yes.
Karl, last time I saw you was in February, and it was just before you played 2 shows at the Oslo Spectrum.
Yeah, it was.
And there you were doing the MTV 2018 Unplugged concerts. And how did those concerts go?
That was amazing. It was like really good atmosphere, and everybody on stage were more or less like everybody had extremely important parts, you know. So we have to trust each other.
Yeah.
When you trust each other, then you can have a relationship. So it was like a really nice tour, I think. Yeah. So it was a good for the band, good for the backing band, and I think it was in general good for Aha.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And you finished that tour at the O2 Arena in London, right?
Yeah. At my birthday.
On your birthday.
Yeah.
And that's where everyone's. That's where they sang your birthday song, right?
Thank you. They sung my birthday. It was like super.
Your drum kit, should we maybe take a look at your kit?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
It's straightforward 4-piece broadcaster. 12, 20, and then 14, and the bell brass.
Oh, you got the bell brass snare. Cool.
Very happy with that.
Awesome. Excellent.
Super. It's easy to tune, and we are doing lots of different kind of stuff when it comes to the musically like directions from the 80s to more or less newer song with a more like traditional pop rock sounding drums. Comparing that to the 80s is kind of different.
Yeah.
So no, I'm really happy with it. So
it looks really good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that's great.
You don't have like an SPD SX?
I have no kind of electronics.
Okay.
So it's yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
No electronics whatsoever.
Not today.
Okay.
Have a seat.
That's it.
And just press the bass. Can you feel it?
Yeah, and the vibration in my butt.
Yeah, you can feel it, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's good. I'm happy with the setup. It's clean.
Yeah.
And I was starting with another snare, but yeah.
Was this the same kit you played on the Unplugged tour?
No,
No.
this is new.
Yeah.
Aha actually bought it.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to buy it instead of traveling and make cases in Norway and then.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah.
And so you have to with Aha's songs, like a lot of the recorded songs are made with drum machines.
Yes.
A lot of them are recorded with drum machines. So my question for you is, what is it like having to replicate the electronic drum sound? What kind of challenges are there with doing that, especially with a purely acoustic drum set?
You have to be extremely precise when you play.
Yeah, so it's
you
a
have to
click
get
track.
the electronic swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like a mismatch. So
Right.
So that's the tricky part, and I think also you shouldn't play too much, you know.
Yeah.
Just get the groove going, and I think that's a kind of a key to make it happen.
Yeah.
And when we have tracks, we also have like busy bass lines, which also have like a really important engine.
Right.
Yeah. So you have to look into that. So I've used two settings, one A and one B. B is for if you see here, click track. It's more click track on B, and I have less of anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any tracks where you're not playing with a click track?
Yeah. On several songs.
Okay.
So on the ending on the songs.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Where it's more free form.
yeah, it's see what's
And
happening.
you kind of
and-
signal to each other when you're going to end.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we ended now.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And do you ever go in longer jams
Yeah.
for like a minute, 2 minutes with your guys?
or 4 or 8 bars or
Right. Right.
16 bars or
Right. So it's cool. You keep it open depending on the feeling.
yeah. And
If the whole stadium's clapping, you want to keep it.
of course you
keep
want
it
to go.
going.
Yeah. And it's a sing-along part and stuff like that. You shouldn't be having a click track. You should be
Right.
trying to feel the pulse of the audience
Right,
and
right.
trying to.
Right. The
Yeah.
audience becomes the click track.
No, but it should be like a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens if you right now, before all these thousands of people show up, if you fall off the stage and break your arm?
Then there is no concert.
Then the concert's canceled. Really?
Yeah.
There's not like a sound guy or a roadie that can kind of fill in for you? Okay. All right. So we're going to take really good care of you the next hour to make sure the
Yeah.
concert's still going.
And this is start and stop for the whole for each song.
Oh,
so
wow.
so when I press this,
The song
next song starts.
What happens if you press it right now?
Now
Cry Wolf starts.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like
Putin is coming.
Yeah, it's like the Donald Trump
Yeah,
button.
yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
got a big button.
Yeah, yeah. So that's and here is the set list.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, and then I have a spare pedal
Okay.
always, and then there is a snare.
But a spare pedal. I mean, have you had experiences where your pedal breaks?
No,
Okay.
I never.
But just to be 100%.
Just with, and then I have a new snare
Okay.
somewhere. Rob
Yeah.
has control, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's really basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you use this for?
This is just for. I can show you. It's if you hear the snare like this, and then
Yeah.
it's more like back to the 80s.
More Christmassy.
Yeah. Yeah, or more like a synthy kind of sound.
Yeah.
So it's I using this for 1 or 2 songs during the set. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, cool. And so what's the funnest song for you to play on this set list? Where you're like, cool, I'm glad this one's up.
I think in general it's
All of them.
yeah.
Oh,
I am so happy with this
it's a great set list.
yeah with the songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great music.
Yeah.
It's great music.
Yeah. And so how has your setup changed from the Unplugged tour? I mean, you guys were doing Unplugged, and then is it basically looks like the same setup?
It's completely different. I always do that. When I come to a new kind of tour, have a complete new setup.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play things that are like calculated or just not heartfelt.
Right.
So I do different kind of setup for each tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So yeah.
Cool. And it's a very simple setup. I like that. And I remember at the clinic we did in
Oslo.
In Oslo, you also had an extremely simple but powerful, potent setup, which I thought was really nice.
Thank you.
So-
I think it's a good way of at least maybe be creative.
Yeah.
Is to not have all opportunities open.
Yeah.
If you narrow down, then
Yeah.
I can play with this and this and this, you
Right.
know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's easier to kind of move.
Yeah.
If I really don't know, should I play this or that, or
Yeah.
then it stops.
Yeah.
That's how more or less I function.
Did you ever play with like a large drum set when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
did.
like an 8-piece?
Yeah. And I was very fan of Stuart Copeland, so I have the Octobands.
The Octobands, yeah.
So and lots of toms.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Now I think you can make more or less most of it happen if you have a snare, bass drum, hi-hat,
Yeah.
and a ride.
Yeah.
If you're
That's all
not
you need.
able to make it, then you should reconsider
Yeah.
what you are doing, I think.
As far as a job,
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
maybe try a new instrument.
Yeah, or yeah.
Yeah.
Or make it happen.
No,
Look
that's
into
true.
it. Yeah.
I agree, because when I practice, I actually only have snare, bass, hi-hat, and a ride.
Yeah.
And it's if you can't, that's where the magic is. The
Yeah.
rest is just easy. But you need to focus on those 4.
You have to get the vibe. You have to get like a really good feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Well, thanks for showing us around. There's a lot of people staring at us right now, hoping you're gonna play a
Yeah.
drum solo.
I'm just gonna. I've never been doing this on tour. Actually,
How is the setup? So
Sitting down.
Did someone else set this kit
Yeah.
up for you? And how
Mr.
exact has he done it? Is it like, do you need to move anything?
No. As I.
It's exactly perfect. So you have, what's your drum tech's name?
Rob Allen. Thank you so much.
Rob L.
Yeah. Allen.
Rob Allen.
Allen.
Rob Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying that he set it up. He set this kit up tonight.
Yeah.
Exactly perfect. Like you don't need to move a single.
Yeah, and if you could just, for my lovely drum nerds, there is no mark on the carpet, if you can see. There is no mark on the carpet. So he's just done it.
Yeah. Usually drum techs put marks on the carpet so they know exactly where to position everything. And Rob Allen
Did not.
did not use marks. He just understands exactly what Karl Oluf needs, which is brilliant.
It's great.
Yeah. Cool. So you just show up and you play and then you take off
And then I go home.
and then you go home to the next town.
Life is great.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, have you ever had like a situation where you had to play a concert and you just felt absolutely horrible, sick, really didn't want to play, couldn't play? Have you experienced that?
Do you really want to know?
I really want to know. I'm very
Once
curious.
I had like a bucket on my hard left, and I was doing things between songs that you normally don't do in public.
throwing up.
Yes, so I've been there.
Was that just a stomach flu or
It's
were you hungover?
maybe. But the thing is, I started this when I was 16 years old, and now I'm 46. So in 30 years, I've been canceling 2 gigs. Wow. And that's not too bad. Once I had like a bolt in my hand.
How?
Quite absurd situation. It was winter time, and I was in with my family, my wife's family. So we had this snow. What do you call it? Snow. Du kan jo snakke norsk. Snøfreser. Altså
Snowplow?
Yeah. No.
Snow scooter?
No. You get
Snow
rid
plow?
of the snow.
Yeah, like a truck that drives and moves the snow.
Yeah. And it was like not that big, but you.
Oh, it's like a lawn. It's like what you
hand
push
hold
it
it,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay, snowplow.
Yeah. And with engine.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was heavy. And then so my father-in-law, he is like a practical man and.
Father-in-law, your wife's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's adorable, by the way. But he said, "We have to move this. Can you help me?" And I said, "Yeah." And then we lifted up, and then there was we just took it and hold it by the wheels. And I was kind of not
You didn't have a
gathering.
good grip.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So and then I hit the bolt in my hand, and then it was like
Was it blood like shooting out?
not like that, but there was. I visited the doctor, and he said you shouldn't be doing anything until it's like healed.
Yeah.
Because then it can.
Yeah.
And another thing, if you have kids, the first year in the kindergarten in January, you will be in generally sick.
I know.
And that happens to me as well.
Yeah.
So the first January when we had the first kid, I was out.
Who were you playing with there?
We were playing with my band with the Dream Pilots back in the days, and we maybe one of the most important gigs we had on TV. I couldn't make it. So a good friend of me, brilliant drummer, Björn Sæther, took it and did a great job.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic.
Has anyone ever like showed up late to one of these AHA concerts, like where Paul Wachter missed flight or driving? There was an accident or something, anything like that?
It's been good so far.
You guys have been lucky with showing up on time and everything.
So
No
and
one's
it's very well organized in general. I think this machine.
Yeah. How many people are working in the AHA crew on this tour?
On this tour, I'm not sure. Last tour, I think it was approximately 60 people or something.
For the Unplugged tour?
Yeah.
Okay, 60 people.
Yeah, and this is less, I know. But it's quite a bit bunch.
Yeah, including drivers,
techs, and a lot of skilled personnel in any kind of situation. If it comes to the technical, to the visual, it's very high. I have to say that I'm quite impressed of the quality. So yeah.
And how much, like on a day like today, how much do you interact with the three front figures of AHA?
As much as possible.
No, but I mean like socially before and after the concert.
There is always different schedules. Today, I think there is a meeting of having some things added to the set, so they will be busy. We always meet before we go on stage.
Oh, really? You do like a huddle thing?
We
hug.
I hug.
Right.
And
you hug.
I hug everyone.
You're a hugger.
I don't know, but I think it's and just saying some words. And make sure that we are cool.
Yeah. That the vibe is good and everyone's.
At least the vibe should be, cool and honest and so
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of get ready to get in the storm and.
So, can you talk a little bit about Bridges and this album? They're going to release some recordings, some of their older recordings.
I'm not part of that.
It's just Paul and Magna, right?
Yeah, and a great bass player and a brilliant drummer as well.
Yeah.
This was pre-AHA.
Right.
So they are releasing that album now.
Yeah.
And. I think it's just a cool thing.
And was that drum machine or was that a different drummer?
Øystein Gjevinor played the drums.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. Are you connected with him? Are you guys friends? Or?
No. Maybe in a spiritual way. No, he is a great drummer. He is also playing the fills on Cry Wolf.
Okay.
On the records.
So the Bridges, they did like Soft Rains of April and Scoundrel Days.
Yeah, you will hear.
Beginning of those songs.
It's very cool to have a look on what it was back in the days, and it was even these early years. It was like really good songs written by Paul and Nice. It's quite impressively. Yeah.
And who was singing?
Paul.
Oh wow! Okay.
He sings very well.
Yeah.
I think he sings very good.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I know it's a box set, I think.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
coming out. Yeah.
So it's a treat for the fans, you know. It's.
Are you
great.
playing any songs tonight that are only from Bridges from this era? Okay.
But we play some of the songs like are closer to the demo version than the album version.
Right.
So
which song is that?
Train of Thought
Right,
would be
okay.
one of them, and
Where it sounds different than what was
in
on
the
the
record.
recording.
Yeah. It's a different vibe, and it's cool.
That's interesting that they thought like, oh, let's go back to the original demo recording,
Yeah.
you know, and explore that. That's so super interesting. Most bands usually take the song in a different direction from the original demo recording.
But at the same way, it's a kind of a different vibe on it comparing to the original, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it's good for the backing band to have something else to check out and.
So can you just quickly tell me who's in the backing band tonight?
Yeah, I would love to. It's a great backing band. We have 3 lovely girls on strings. Emilia playing the brooch, very talented, and also you have Tove solo, and you have Madeleine who's playing the violin. Great, and they are also playing some percussion parts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So they pull out some bongos at some point?
And can you believe it? They do the strings and they sing at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So you have to pitch with the string
Yeah.
and with the voice.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
And then
Just a quick intro. Can you play drums and sing at the same time?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I gotta hear it someday.
It's the coordination thing, you know.
It's super hard.
Just a fun fact. I was in when I was in the military. I was in the King's band in Norway. We call it Gardemusikken. And I'm quite short guy, you know. And so I was 5 minutes, and then I was at the end of the block, and then I have to almost jump to be able to follow the line, because when you go in the when you turn, you have a different kind of footsteps. You know? You have to really go.
Yeah.
So I was the first drummer, according to the general, that have been playing in time and walking off time. Because I had to jump.
Right.
Yeah. Another and the backing band is also Morten Kvenil, a jazz musician,
Keyboardist?
world class,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. And then you have my wingman Even playing bass.
Yeah.
Like there is no tomorrow, and he's like really. I'm very. I couldn't be asking for a better wingman, honestly. He's such a cool guy, such a talented guy, and.
Do you feel that the bassist is the most important instrument that a drummer needs to connect with?
Or the vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah, because if the vocal and the drums sounds good, then you're more or less covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if there is anything wrong with the engine room, like the bass and drums, then it can get you to the nerves, you know.
Yeah.
So being like on tour it's one thing is the musical aspect. Another thing that's like more fundamental is the social aspect,
Right.
and who you are as a person.
Right.
And I just have to say that I really respect Evan for what he is and what he do, and so for me it's a great guy to travel around.
Do you think it would be hard for you to perform with a bassist that you didn't really get along with?
Yeah,
I
could do 1 or 2 gigs with such kind of person, I guess.
Yeah, but to go on tour
That could be hard.
with a total jerk.
That would be hard. Or if it's a guitar player or a keyboard player. I haven't experienced it though.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of interesting people in this business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, it's not happened.
Don't you find musicians are usually easier to get along with, especially drummers? That's my impression.
Thank you.
It's true.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, compared to the general public.
I'm not sure. I'm just. I feel it's good to be a musician. it's great to have musicians around me. And yeah.
So was that all the backing musicians? Was there anyone else?
So we have 3 lovely ladies playing the strings, and we have 3 lads playing keyboard, bass, and drums.
Is there backup guitars? No. Okay, so it's just Paul playing all the
Paul playing, and Morten singing, Mags are playing.
Okay. So there's 2 keyboardists. There's Mags, and then so Mags plays the big.
He played like the signature, like the sculpture of.
Right.
Yeah. So he's into the hooks.
Yeah.
Obviously, he made.
And he sings as well.
He sings as well, and he's often more or less the one that are connecting with the audience.
Do you wish they would let you sing?
Huh?
Do you wish they would let you sing?
No, because I have like a really that kind of a voice. You don't want to hear it. So no. Yeah. I don't have a naturally beautiful voice.
Right.
So
there's a certain quality standard you have to. Have they tried you? Like, come on, Karl, try to sing. And have they checked you out to see? If you can
they listen to me talk, and I think that's that's a pretty good signal that he would not be able to.
Right. Yeah.
Do us any favors.
Yeah. Let's not even bother asking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. That was cool. Awesome.